Cimoooooooo!
What's going on, guys? It's Cimo, and welcome to another episode of Throwback Thursday, a weekly series where we look at some broke-ass cards from the anime and apply them to the current meta. Now, this week's card is Yowie, a card that probably not too many people will remember because it's not one of the most infamous cards from the meta, but I'll go ahead and let Gansley of the Big Five explain.
This will do nicely. I summon Yowie in attack mode! Of course, Yowie's arrival forbids you from drawing a card next turn, making him a valuable asset.
Really? Really? I mean, okay. So, Yowie prevents your opponent from drawing during the next draw phase. Now, I want to give you some context with this. Let's look at it this way. YATA GARASU and Time Seal are both currently banned and have been banned for several years now, okay? And for those of you who didn't play during the YATA lock days, that is probably one of the worst times to play because you talk about not being able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! YATA lock is the OG definition of not being able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, now here are the problems with YATA GARASU and Time Seal. YATA GARASU has to actually get an attack in to make it so your opponent can't draw. And Time Seal is a trap, which sucks. But Yowie on summon makes it that your opponent can't draw, okay? And the thing about that is, Yowie is also a reptile, and guess what is one of the most popular cards in the meta currently? King of the Feral Imps, meaning that King of the Feral Imps basically can search a pseudo YATA GARASU. Combine that with the fact that every Pepe deck is basically running Brilliant Fusion and gets 2 summons, you could, in theory, have your traditional field of Naturia Beast, Pleiades, you know, what have you, and also summon Yowie alongside it, making it so that going first gives you all the advantage because your opponent doesn't get to draw to their 6th card, making it that much more impossible for them to win the game. Think of it that way. I know I've said before that Time Seal could probably come off the Forbidden list. And it could, because it's a trap, it's really slow, and by the time you actually could use it, the game's probably at a point where Time Seal is going to be irrelevant. And YATA GARASU, as I said before, has to at least get an attack in, meaning there has to be a clear board, or you have to make a big enough board to clear your opponents before using your normal summon on YATA GARASU. This card is an on-summon effect that's searchable. Like, if anything, if this card were to exist, this deserves to be ban-worthy, and YATA and Time Seal could come to one, no problem. It's fucking searchable, you son of a bitch. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Yowie. Actually, the first monster we've debuted on the series as well, so that's kind of neat. I know it's not, like, as broken as something, you know, like Card of Sanctity or something like that, but in the context that I explained it, the fact that it's basically a searchable YATA GARASU that doesn't need to connect with an attack, that's pretty damn good, especially now that we're in a format where the game has changed completely and your opponent gets to draw an extra card when they go first, whereas when YATA GARASU existed, both players always drew to 6. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you next week.
Cimoooooooo!